Sneaker culture has transcended to this unimaginable place. It's no longer just a fashion statement, but a form of self-expression. We find ourselves emotionally connected to certain shoes. Whether it's the way they look, how you feel when you wear them, or even how you got that shoe in the first place. I want to explore how the practical sneaker has turned into a statement piece for creativity. I want to delve into the world of sneakers and create the ultimate custom shoe that inspires others to think outside the box. Since I was a kid, I've had a love for sneakers. And now I'm on a quest to create this custom shoe that represents my style, my personality, looks good in every situation, all while combining different schools of design. So, what makes a shoe so desirable? Let's see what my friends over at Toronto's Makeway have to say. Abby Albino is the co-owner of Makeway. Abby and her business partner Shelby Weaver have created Canada's only women's sneaker boutique and community hub. Abby.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good to see you.
Welcome to Makeway.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I want to come down here and talk to you about sneakers, which we both love, and the fact that the rise in popularity for sneakers is not slowing down. So what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, sneakers have just been synonymous with popular culture for so long. Back in the 80s, it was hip hop, and then 90s, it was like basketball culture. Now you're seeing a lot of musicians and influential people, as well as influential brands, seep into the sneaker market through collaboration. So whether you're a gamer or whether you love a specific artist, you can actually show your love for that particular brand or person through your footwear, which is actually a really smart way for sneaker brands to infiltrate different audiences across the world.
For sure. In your opinion, what makes a sneaker collectible?
Overall, I think super rare sneakers are collectible, ones that are limited edition, or ones that have really unique pieces.
Do you have like a dope sneaker collection?
I do. I have a fairly large one, and I've been building it since, I don't know, my feet have not changed size since I was maybe 13 years old. So I do have a few from different eras, which I will never get rid of.
Oh, so you have some OGs.
I do. You can't wear them though. I'm not allowed to.
Okay, fair enough. So, what are some elements on a shoe that stand out to you?
I think for sneakers, it's the experience of a sneaker. So when you get the box, what does the box look like? Is it made of premium materials? When you open the box, what's the paper? Like the tissue paper, I've seen really dope, like completely clear paper or paper that was holographic. There's like different ways you can really make a sneaker stand out. And then you get to the actual physical sneaker and, whether it's super premium leathers or premium suedes, how the lace locks look. I think all of these elements make a sneaker that much more appealing.
All right, so if you've been wearing the same size shoes since 13, that means you've got tons of shoes, tons of memories. What's your fondest sneaker memory?
Growing up as a Filipino-Canadian girl, a lot of my pastime was playing basketball in different Filipino leagues. There's one particular league that I played in where I was the only female on the team. And I'd gone in this new pair of shoes and I was so hyped. And I got on the court, and the only time I'll ever do this is I blocked a boy. And I was like, didn't even know how to react, and everybody was like, did she just block that boy? I remember being like, it's because I wore these sneakers, and I wore them every single game following, and I felt like I had that energy and I had that confidence, and I was like, I'm gonna do it again. I didn't do it again. That's okay.
Well, look, I'm on this mission right now to create like the perfect sneaker for myself. If you were making a one-of-one for yourself, what would you want to see on it?
For me, it's all about what inspires me and, things about specifically myself. I grew up a Filipino Canadian. How can I pay homage to that? How can I loved hip hop growing up. Is there anything that inspires me from those places and these moments of my life that I can add on to the shoe? So I think having your personality in the sneaker will be A1.
I like that. Thank you very much. I've got some good takeaways for now. Abby told me to focus on the overall experience of the shoe down to the details on the box. I'm hoping my friend Theo can give me some advice on how to approach the shoe design. Theo Scudra is a visual artist, filmmaker, and a good friend of mine. Theo has been capturing Drake for the past 10 years as his photographer. He's also directed some of Drake's most notable music videos. My guy, man, listen, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. So what are you working on?
Got a couple cool things on the go, of course, but right now I'm focused on making this custom shoe.
At the start of it, I think you just got to figure out like what kind of thing you want to do,
Right.
like what kind of sneaker you want to make.
I'm coming to you mostly because obviously I respect your creative mind and you're also stylish. What's your creative process look like?
Just depends on like what I'm doing, but if it's photography, it's pretty candid. To relate it to like what you do most of the time, it's like coming up with like a creative idea, like for a music video or something like that, and then it just evolves and develops depending on who you're working with, right? So I think the way you want to do is just surround yourself with people that really are good at what they do and know what they're doing.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know. I laugh to myself because I'm like trying to rack my brain on what it should look like and what color it should be. I have hundreds of sneakers.
I feel like I have hundreds and I always wear the same like 2 or 3 sneakers every time.
Right,
You know?
it's the same. And I'm also like the type of sneakerhead that like I wear my shoes. Like I might have a couple that I consider collectibles, but I like rocking the rare ones as well.
Yeah.
It's funny though because I feel like sneakers now have become so popular. Would you agree?
100%. I mean, like I think that they've evolved a lot, you know? I think that's why people are more and more attracted to them, and I think that it's also just like culturally become more acceptable to like wear it with like suits and like all of the like different brands that are collaborating on different sneakers, and there's just more options and there's more
variety.
There's more variety, and I think that it's just become a part of people's like identities, like anything in fashion, you know? It's like a form of expression.
Right. Like now a basketball shoe isn't just a basketball shoe.
Right.
It's, you know, it's a high-end designers are doing basketball shoes, right? So I came to you because I'm like, who do I know that can actually help me with this, or at least point me in the right direction, you know? I'm just trying to figure out like where do I even start?
Yeah, the first person that comes to mind is George Sully.
Good. Come on through.
Honestly, I just wanted to thank you for getting involved with this project.
Of course. Well, you know I got you.
George Sully is a well-known designer and entrepreneur. He owns multiple shoe brands and creates custom shoes for a wide range of clientele. His creative vision and technical skills allow him to turn any idea into a reality. Okay, this looks good, man.
Absolutely. You got your materials, you got your shoes laid out, everything you need pretty much.
Yeah, I hope you have a size 12 for me.
Yeah, you know I do. Here is the workspace. Here's the setup. This is where all the magic happens.
Bro, this is official. You're making shoes from scratch?
Pretty much.
So you've been doing this, you're in the sneaker game now for at least 10 years, right?
Absolutely.
What are some of the rules that you got?
My own personal rules of the game, let's say, I just like minimalism for sure. Simplistic, flick lines. You're holding a low right there. I just love lows. It's just something that you can just wear up and down, dress it up, dress it down, any which way you like, right? I definitely love that silhouette, and it's something that's classic and it's timeless, right? Something that started in the 60s, got more popular with different brands of today, and it's something that we've always kept in the collection.
Can you dress, you can make a high top dress, you know?
Of course, absolutely. Actually, you know what? It's commonplace now, and it's used a lot, and it's just a cool direction, a cool way to go.
I did notice that you've been working Black Designers of Canada. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What made you start that up?
If we go down to the origins, the depth of this idea, it kind of starts from you. I think it was May 28th in that zone. Yeah, right. So that day.
If you act like you didn't see, if you don't understand why I'm so upset and I have to explain it, all you have to do if you want to do the right thing is do something. Don't worry about doing the right thing. Just do something.
When you spoke out and you were not marginalized or put to the side, you were actually embraced for what you were saying. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like you had enough. And that spoke to me, but that spoke to everybody else. And you were asking that for everybody. and to want to do something. And I knew that, you know, I had the different acumens and different disciplines to be able to execute these things. And I had those tools, so let me use these tools, right? And I got to a place from May 28th, it just took me 2 days, .com Black Designers of Canada. A day later, email address, day later, splash pages. And then I think by June 3rd, I put a call out myself saying, if you felt these ways about the industry or about yourself or about your self-worth, then you know what, nominate yourself, nominate somebody else. In the meantime, we will collect these designers and start creating a database. And within about 2 weeks, we had over 130 designers. And by the end of it, we're over 200 designers in different acumens. So we're talking about disciplines like software design, graphic design, interior design, fashion design, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's the most beautiful thing to watch something like this happen from just having a conversation and then inviting us all into your mind.
Bro, that's wild.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Wow.
All right, let's see what we can do.
Right.
Okay.
So the computer, now this is where it gets real.
That's right. Now we have a couple of mock-ups here. Here's a mid, right? You have different panels you could work with. A lot of people love to work with the inner foot pad because there's a lot of space you can play with.
Right.
We also have high top. Same concept, more panels to play with. But again, we can definitely have some fun with that too.
Cool. Honestly, I'm more like you know what I mean? Low cut, low profile.
Classic low for sure.
Yeah, something I can wear with a suit, something I can wear with.
Okay. But at the same time, there's a lot of opportunity for embellishment still.
I sent you a quote. You have it?
Yes, you did. Let's
So
take a look.
the reason I sent you the quote, I was trying to wrap my head around what this shoe is. I'm trying to make it personal. Some of my brand, some of my sayings, all that good stuff. So check this out.
Okay.
Love is greater than hate, fear, doubt. When you offer your love, you're one step closer to happiness. When you receive love, you're one step closer to peace. And with each step, lead with love.
Wow.
So it's encouraging. It's a bit of, consistent with
Love that.
the messaging that I put out there, some of my tattoos, all that.
Of course.
You know what? I think I'm going to go back to Theo because he sent me to you.
Okay.
And I feel like he'll have some good advice on what creators to collaborate with.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
do
I'm going to take no more of your time. Appreciate you.
Of course.
One love.
See you.
Yeah. Theo, my boy. So I went to go see George. Perfect suggestion. He's over there making shoes from scratch. But through our conversation, I realized I have no idea in terms of what visuals will go on the shoe, if, where, how. So I feel like I need some direction on what other creators I can work with.
Yeah, two people come to mind. Allegra Shaw, who's a Toronto creator. She's the co-founder of a clothing brand called Uncle Studios. I think that she's a really great eye for detail to this. And then the other person is Adeyemi Adegbasan. He's also a visual artist. I think that his style would fit really well for this. So I think that you should just, hit both of them up, see if they're available.
I'll reach out to Allegra and Adeyemi. Those are great suggestions. If I need you again, can I bug you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. My brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, talk soon.
All right, one. I reached out to content creator and designer Allegra Shaw.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you ready to go?
Let's go.
Allegra is immersed in the fashion world, and I think she'll know how to take this shoe to the next level.
Allegra, here is the mock-up, the panels. You could basically go any direction you'd like.
Awesome. I love it.
For
Looks
sure.
great.
Hello.
Tyrone, how are you, sir?
Good, man.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Allegra, Tyrone,
Hi.
Allegra.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, well, I'll leave it to you guys. I got work to do. So,
Sounds good.
see you.
Okay, well, thanks for having me.
No problem.
As George mentioned, I'm trying to get this shoe done, but I definitely need some help. Theo told me to reach out to you, so thanks for doing this.
No problem. I'm
right.
excited.
How long have you been in the fashion game?
I feel like my fashion career started like honestly 10 years ago when I started making content online. I started making fashion videos because it was such a passion of mine. I've always been the kid who liked fashion so much. Like I was watching fashion television, I was cutting out magazines and like pinning it to bulletin boards and making mood boards. So it kind of just all came naturally to me to make content online. And then in late 2017, we launched Uncle Studios, which is a mid-luxury basics brand.
Tell me a little bit more about Uncle Studios, because I'm liking the vibe of these clothes as well.
Well, thank you. My business partner Sharon and I started because we couldn't find a white t-shirt that we were obsessed with. We kind of grabbed all these t-shirts that we liked, but there was always something wrong with it, whether that be fit, the fabric, not made ethically, just gets destroyed after one wash, which is the worst. So we kind of just pulled everything and made the super t-shirt, and then we do that with a bunch of different basics now.
Okay, so trying to get an understanding of how your brain works and how you work. If you're going to the store, are you wearing whatever you're wearing, or do you still kind of put it together?
No, I'm wearing an outfit.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. You're speaking my language
Yeah.
there.
Do you have any inspiration or things that are really present in your life that you want to kind of put into the shoe?
I'm always writing different thoughts and inspirations. It's about like leading with love. It's the steps that we need to take and as it pertains to a shoe. So it's always going to be rooted in love. Anything I'm doing is going to be rooted in love.
Off the top of my head, when I think of love, I think of the color red, which I think a lot of people do, but I think if we dig a little deeper, we can find some other colors that still emulate love that might not be so obvious. I can pull some colors and then make some color palettes, and we can kind of go from there. Okay, so here's the mock-up of the shoe. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see. I think what we should start with is a base color. I came across this bone color. So it's kind of like this off-white sort of color that will still give you the neutral tone, but it's not that stark white. And then once we kind of figure out the base color, I think we should find like, you know, 2 accent colors to kind of bring the shoe to life.
Any other options other than the bone?
Yeah, I mean, we could go with maybe like brown, which is a great neutral color.
I like that a lot too.
I think the bone color might warm it up. Let's see that as a base and kind of add some different colors to it, and you can kind of see them against each other. So for an accent color, the first one I was thinking about was a burnt orange. You did say, you talked about love, and we kind of wanted to go away from a red, so I thought a burnt orange was kind of a good option. How do you feel about it?
I'm not sold, but
Okay.
it's a good option. I could be.
That's good. No, tell me if you're not sold on something. So right here we have a suede. I think it's a beautiful material. The only thing that I would say about it is it's not super durable. You're not really gonna wanna get this wet.
I mean, I love suede, but I agree. It's one of those shoes that you don't wear too often, especially if you want to keep it in good condition.
Agreed. So I have a leather here, and I mean, you know, leather, it's super durable. It looks good kind of in any occasion. And this is a vegan leather, which is very interesting.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I feel like we're gonna go towards this.
Just even for that sake alone. Right?
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then the last thing I was thinking was doing something fun with the laces. I think a great way to make the shoe very versatile is to have 2 lace options. So just like a standard lace and then something that's like a little more out there to kind of make it fancy.
You know what I like about that? When you open up the shoe box and you know you get a new pair of shoes and then there's like a second option and you gotta pick how you rock it.
Yeah.
I think, I wanna create that for my own self. I
Okay.
like that.
Cool. So I found a really great store, and I will pick up some lace options and I will show them to you.
Now that Allegra is working on our materials and color, it's time to meet Yemi, who will take our design to new heights. Adeyemi Adegbasan is a Toronto visual artist. His art examines the intersectionality of Black identity.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
Glad we could link up.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for you to be a part of this project. Tell me about how we got to this point of you working with all these cool people doing amazing projects.
I was a commercial photographer for a number of years. That's kind of my entry point into the whole art community. But I got to a point where I felt like I couldn't just like express myself fully through that medium. And that's when I started working on this body of work. So I started this around 2016 probably.
Okay.
And the whole idea was just to go back to all the things that inspired me when I was a kid, you know, all the things that I loved about the culture, my own heritage, my friends, my family, everything, and just try to put that into the artwork.
You're still using the camera, but a lot more digital now.
I bring everything into Photoshop. So yeah, I'm still taking some photos of different elements. I'll bring those in either as references or things that I can sort of collage into place.
One of the things I like to do is just understand sort of an artist's do's and don'ts before I start spewing out ideas. What's your rules? Some things to keep in mind when we're working together on this.
As an artist, you don't really live by a lot of rules, but
Facts.
As a starting point, all my artwork now revolves around Black people, you know, so that's my starting point. And then my only rule really is just to be respectful and honor the culture, you know.
In terms of like influences for these pieces, are these all different parts of your life, or do you get influences from other places as well?
The main source of inspiration is just Black culture. I consider myself an Afrofuturist, and you know, all this work is Afrofuturism. I draw inspirations from all parts of the diaspora. You know, growing up in Toronto, you grow up in different neighborhoods. There's people from all over, all different parts of the place. So there's little pieces of culture like family, friends, people I've met along the way, things that they've shared with me. All that stuff makes its way into the artwork.
I love it. Afrofuturism, I mean, you know, obviously my hair is a big part of who I am, whether you've known me forever or you just met me. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's exciting. I would love to find different ways, you know, to put some of my words and my experiences into illustration.
With my artwork, it's full of symbolism. So I just try to pull all these different little symbols and images that help tell the story of whatever I'm trying to explain. So with this artwork for the shoe, I think we could just pull like a lot of different things that have meaning to your story. I noticed you got a lot of tattoos. Is there any specific symbols in your tattoos that you wanted to maybe put into the artwork, or?
I mean, there's a lot. Lead with love, similar to, you know, the explanation I was giving you. You know, this is a shoe, so it's about stepping, it's about moving in the right direction. And so one of my things I'm always encouraging people to do is lead with love in anything that you're doing. I spent a lot of time in a country in Africa called Swaziland. So I have like a deconstructed coat of arms. Cool. So I have a big elephant tattooed on my shoulder here. In terms of the chains, you know, I feel like the chains represent, you know, our struggle and our triumph.
We can make all of that happen.
I'll leave you with that. I don't want to give you too much. You know? Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Well then, you know what? I should let you go.
All right, I'll get back to it.
Oh man, we'll talk soon then.
Yo, it was good to see you.
Peace.
Put together a little wireframe. Take a look at that. This is our low. Allegra, you can go to town on the heel counter for sure. I think you were talking about some sort of muted color. So this is where we could do a lot of the artwork. You could place it on the foot pad, on the inner sole there.
Digital technology has paved the way for artists and designers. It's allowed creatives to collaborate in new ways and express themselves like never before. The greatest gift you can give someone is the tools to bring new ideas to life. I'm curious to see what the team comes up with.
So yeah, what do you think? Is he gonna like it?
Tyrone gave me a lot of really dope elements to work with, so I was able to just incorporate them all into the illustration. It really speaks to his narrative and his culture.
For sure.
And I think it looks really good on Shoe in the Box.
So Allegra, how was it collaborating on the project?
I'm really excited. I went and got the shoelaces, and I think that they look really cool, and I think it's gonna look really good with his wardrobe, so I'm excited to see his reaction.
going on?
Oh man, I'm ready. I'm nervous. I'm excited.
Well, are you ready to see the shoe?
I'm excited to see the shoe.
Okay, let's go.
After you. Feel good about it?
I'm hyped.
Oh, snap! Stop playing. This is me?
That's you.
This is me. Yo, I love it. I love it. Oh, the insole. Snap! Don't play with me. This is wild. Laces are fire too. Did your thing with the box stuff,
Yeah, it looks clean.
right?
Came out.
The palms and all the green on the bottom is dope. Big vibe.
Yeah, I love the green. I like that we went with 3 colors, not 2.
Yes, yeah, I agree too. The laces are definitely a vibe,
Good choice.
and the detail on the sole, Sully.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love the logo just popping on the tab. It's cool.
Yeah, the hearts on the heel. Oh, yo, it's so funny 'cause I feel like with every picture I'm seeing a little bit more that I like.
Of course.
Hey, Tyrone, come check this out.
All right, what you got?
So this is the artwork from the shoebox. I'm gonna release it as an NFT.
Oh, here we go. NFT. Okay, you gotta explain to me what that is.
NFT stands for non-fungible token, and basically it's a digital asset that represents real-world objects like artwork.
All right, so you get to own the digital copy. But is it official?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like the official digital copy. With this one, yeah, it'll be its own unique piece of art. NFTs are just a great way for digital artists to connect and sell their work directly to collectors.
Well, here's what I would say. If this thing blows up, which I hope it does, let me know because I've got the physical copy at the crib.
Exactly. I'll let you know.
Oh, man. Oh, no better feeling than getting a pair of shoes that you really wanted.
For sure, for sure.
Especially when they're made specifically for you. I mean, that's no. Ah, there he is. What's good?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, Dale?
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You like it?
Yeah. You guys did a really good job. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
the
that's-
details are incredible.
If you look on the side right here, you got, I'm a little excited. You got the hearts, you got like the palm trees, you got a little skeleton from
The
the
inner soul is
T-Rex.
crazy. I get a pair of these or what?
See, that's a good sign. If your boy doesn't want the shoes that you're wearing, they're not that sick.
That's so crazy.
I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. I mean, even you from the jump, giving me the idea of who to reach out to. Thank you so much for your guidance. And then Sully, of course, make it a reality, you know, from the structure and finding the right silhouette, all that good stuff.
For sure.
I like it. Of course, adding the touch of the color and making sure that it tells the story that I wanted it to tell. So really appreciate your touch. And then, geez, Adeyemi, I mean, look, we got an NFT, we got a shoe, we got a shoe box, and you know, like I could go through this for you one day, but like there's so much of me, my peoples, my family, my crew, my dreams, my struggles, my triumph in this illustration. So you guys all are a part of that. So thank you so much for helping me tell my story through this shoe.
There's something magical about artists collaborating on a sneaker. When you merge the world of tech and design, the possibilities are endless. I hope it inspires you to hit up your friends, colleagues, and collaborate with them on an idea. There's no telling what it might do for you or for them. As I walk in my new sneakers, I'm reminded with each step to always lead with love.